So now I'm just going to introduce you to something what Bhante said. Bhante used to explain, I used to like this, especially when I'm peaceful, he used to tell this, and I get more peace. What happens to how the consciousness is conditioned in his way, he explains it in us. It will help you all when you're reading further now the skandha in the coming time. It will help you to see the connection between Tanha and the Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara, the Panchupadana skandha. These are very important to familiarize. So he used to tell me those days, like say you're doing business. You're in a business family. You have a lot of, say, all sort of enterprises, all sort of industry, and all sort of family who is doing a lot of business. So as a child or as an adult later, you get so exposed to that, and you also become a businessman, and so on. And you do it justfully, without breaking the 5 precepts, for example. So you accumulate that type of sankhara. Mano sankhara, vachi sankhara, kaya sankhara. Sankhara is mental formation, what you say, what you are doing. So this type of sankhara will have to bring this type of consciousness. So at the moment of death, the causes will be presented where you get a last thought, last object for last thought, where that will take you to another rebirth. Okay? So it will be most probably, it will be nicely corresponding to a rebirth where the family will encourage you to do business and will bring you, send you to maybe business school, or they already have a business, so that you can continue that particular consciousness. It will happen like that. Now, this for example. Okay? So, yeah, you can say even now a lot of people who are born here in Sri Lanka, they would have been practicing the Dhamma because the families had this thing, taking them to temple, associating, even that is definitely there. That's why you are born here. Why not? You can be born somewhere in Beverly Hills or somewhere. But here, because you had some karma, I can see my own parents actually, how in their small innocent way, I was exposed as a small boy, it really makes an impact. Going to Maligaon and all the Devalas and like that, as a baby. And even night time, they used to imagine like cracking of, the wood, like Devatas are going. But I used to also really feel that. And it's very interesting. So like this, your consciousness, to support it, you will get the proper, suitable family. Now, Bhante used to tell, so normally when we are doing anapanasati or sati, the in-breath and out-breathing, almost every one of us, the last moment when the last breath goes, we are not aware. We get the last, a thought. Normally in the Abhidhamma they call it Chutisita and Pratisamsita. So that object comes last moment. So to take you, that becomes the object for consciousness. Now we know the consciousness needs a condition. So this is a condition that comes in the Manodwara. Object. So even if you are really like looking unconscious from outside, you have the mano dwara, the object to come, a nimitta. And that becomes an object for consciousness to arise. Okay, so I add one thing to this. Say for example an anagami, he has no karma. Now actually how do we get objects? By even to come here, first you heard about this place, okay? And you have karma to come to experience this kind of thing. You can take this like a small rebirth. Okay, from Colombo or somewhere, you got to know, and then you had an interest. This is something you have done before. It won't come just like, and what you're familiar also in a certain way. So that karma is also there for you to come, and the thought comes first, and then you pursue that, and then finally you are, same way, what karma is more predominant and coming out, that will bring you the last object, the thought. A thought will come. So for example, anagami, a person who has attained, he has no karma. Karma is all absent in the Kamaloka. Right? He will not get a thought of his mother or some kind of, his wife or, no, nothing like that. Or even about the Aranya or somebody, some brother monks, or he will not get any such thought. And any kind of food or anything from the five senses, his karma, that's why we call him anagami, never return. There are no causes for him to come back to this kind of sensual realm. But why he's still anagami, not arahant? He's not completely mastered or completely annihilated karma in terms of the higher experiences, through the higher senses, higher experiences of peacefulness, samadhi. So that is when that samadhi is an object, and that peacefulness is a feeling. Where there's feeling, there's perception. Panchupadana skandha is there. So that's why when the last breath goes, when the last breath is going in him, can he watch the last breath? Can he see until the last breath goes, or what happens to him? Do you think he can do that? We know the other person can't do that. But do you think an anagami can keep his attention to the last breath? What do you think? He can't, huh? You don't know? Okay. No, just if you just sort of find out now, because how the karma, whether he has karma accumulated in the Kamaloka, no, we know. But his karma is there in the Brahmaloka. So last moment what happened? His mind will go to the samadhi. So that mind going to the samadhi is that his attention is going there, and there is consciousness. How for consciousness to arise, the causes are there. Then when there's consciousness, there's nama-rupa, and there's rebirth in that way. Okay, and arahant, this is how Bhante used to tell me. Arahant has no karma anywhere. He's extinguished completely, and he is completely in the awareness of rising and passing away. Okay. So the last moment, will he have any particular last thought? Can he keep his attention to the breath? To the last moment, can he keep and not attached to the breath also? Can he keep or not? It's possible. So then, when he's keeping his attention to the breath, last moment, is there any, for consciousness to arise, will there be any cause? No. So there, completely, what my teacher used to tell me, it is deep, it looks simple, it is deep, and he used to keep it. But it helped me a lot later on. This simple thing, how the consciousness is conditioned, and you remove the conditions, then it can't arise. This you must keep in mind. Okay? And you must begin to think, this is peaceful, this is what I should one day come to, leaving all attachments in every way.